Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today I'm going to take you back to the late 80s for the Phantom Chess Challenger from Fidelity International. So I saw this when I was a kid. I saw this sitting here playing against itself. So this machine will move the pieces around and play against itself. I'll show you that here in a second. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and start it up because it likes to go through a phase where it adjusts the pieces to make sure they're in the right place. But anyway, I was with my parents at the mall and they went to go off do some shopping, and I sat in front of the window at Sharper Image. And I watched this thing. You can see it's adjusting the pieces to make sure it's where they are, where it wants them to be. So I sat here watching this thing play against itself at Sharper Image for, over an hour. And then there was a giant, many months later, there was this giant box underneath the Christmas tree, and I didn't know what it was. You can see here it is, the Phantom Chess Challenger, and this is what I unwrapped. If you look at it, it says it's the U.S. Chess Federation has certified this as to being a 2100 chess player, which, isn't the best in the world. There are humans better than that, but that's better than I've ever been at chess. So this thing at its hardest level could whip me pretty good. No problem. No problem there. But at the lower levels, I could play it. As I mentioned, it had lower levels. And like I said, this thing can just play itself. So here you go. Auto, right? And it's just going to start playing. And so it's got a system of magnets, right? And it moves the pieces around. And as it's got to move pieces out of the way so that it can move pieces out. It can castle. It will take other pieces. I don't know how rare this is, but considering this was from the, there you go, taking a piece. Considering this was from the late 80s, and I still have one that's completely functional, it makes me think that it is maybe relatively rare. You can see them on eBay for sale anyway. I was really into chess as a kid. My kids are into chess now, so this was fun to be able to pull this thing out and show it to them. It's got a lot of different options. You can see there's a lot of buttons here. You can tell it to change level. You can take back moves. You can get a hint. You can tell it to see what depth it's thinking at while it's thinking and taking its time. At the different levels, you basically adjust how much time it takes to do a turn. You can also see how many positions it's analyzed. Like it'll show that on the display here where it's showing you, what the different moves are. You can force it to just go ahead and move instead of you having to wait for it to move anymore. Or you can actually even put it in a mode where it will just think forever until you tell it to make its move. And the different, all these different options are here in the manual. It'll tell you it takes maybe 3 hours per person at the highest level of difficulty where you're not forcing it to move. The way that you actually play against it, if you want to play against it, is you pick up a piece and you press on the square. Each one of these squares is actually a button because they're used for the different options and things. But you pick up the piece, you press the button, then you press where you want the piece to move to and put it down, and then the magnets underneath the board go and adjust, and then they adjust the piece to make sure it's in the right place in case it wants to take it. So this is sort of interesting. It's thinking now, right? So I think I could just hit this button and make it move. There you go. So it thought for a while about what it wanted to do. I guess it probably had a pretty standard opening going on there in the beginning, but now it's actually taking its time and thinking. I just turned this on. I'm not sure what difficulty it's at, what sort of level it's at. When it's playing itself, I guess it doesn't matter that much, but you can see it's taking at least 20 seconds before making a move. Well, let's see how long it thinks again. Maybe it'll go 20 seconds again. So, but it was interesting as I, got this game and then I took it to high school and I showed it to people, and people were just amazed at this phantom, moving the pieces around. It's interesting too. I've seen Kickstarters recently that were promising this concept of a chess computer that can actually move the pieces. I think one of them was even a scam because they had no idea how to do it. And I was like, why is that so impressive? I mean, this thing came out in 1988, I think it was. It's interesting. It says it's made in the USA by a company out of Miami, Florida. I wonder if they're still there. I think I've heard this name Fidelity before. I don't know if they make chessboards anymore. They probably do. But this, of course, was from the days before a computer could reliably beat a human. So that was interesting. I had to move that out of the way to get the piece over there, right? Because it knows where everything is. So this was the day. This was before, Kasparov and Deep Blue, right? The end of the human as the best chess player. Computers can routinely beat humans now. I enjoyed playing against this. I learned a lot from this. This isn't necessarily the best tool for learning chess anymore. I mean, you've got things like chess.com that's got millions of positions played, or for every position you can see hundreds of thousands of games played and what percentage of them won when they did whatever, right? There are a lot of better tools for learning now. But still, this is sort of a showpiece. It's a pretty cool, sleek, black look to it. Is still nice. Everybody still seems to enjoy it. And I think people are still impressed that this came out in the late 80s. And of course, it still works. So there you go, the Phantom Chess Challenger Model 6100 from Fidelity International. And this is one of the things that I treasure as one of my rare games, and I will probably never get rid of it. All right, so anyway, if you have any questions about chess, because I love chess, or you have any questions about the Phantom, I will try to answer them. So just leave them in the comments below. In the YouTube video, or come onto our Discord, chat with us there. We got links to all of our social media in the description of the video as well. So if you enjoy this kind of content, just follow us on any of those platforms and just hit the subscribe button here so you don't miss any of our videos. But until the next time, thanks everybody for watching.